Ansa and I'll be doing grade 11 mathematics literacy, and today I'm just continuing with data handling. So I decided to do something that is a bit more practical so you can actually see how your exams might look. So this will be data handling section 4. Okay, so let's start off with the question. There's the question. Let's read it quickly together. A small company has the following information about its employees. So you can see there's the number of employees that they took for this data set. So there's 30 employees that we're going to look at now. Then they are male, female, in between. It's males and females. The age is quite high difference between it. It goes from 25, this is 61, so it goes quite, this is 62. So do you see it's, and the ages is different, the amount that they get per annum is different. Please just quickly look at this. It says annum salary, 1,000 rand. So it means this 635, they don't actually just get 635, they get 635,000 rand per year, per annum. Okay, so let's just quickly look at what can the questions be. First question, sort the data according to gender and age. Number 2, again sort the data according to gender arranging each gender in ascending order of salary. Number 3, identify any outliers from your sorted data in 2. Number 4, what is the gender of the youngest and oldest employee? What is the gender of the lowest and highest earning employee? Number 5, calculate the mean, median, and range of the salaries for the males and females separately. Number 6, study your results in number 5 and write at least 3 comments in which you describe any trends, similarities, and differences between the salaries of the females and the males employees. Number 7, draw 2 scattered plots on a graph, one for the female and one for the male, on which you plot each employee's age and annual salary. Number 8, do your graphs in 7 show any correlation between age and salary for the 2 genders? If yes, what type of correlation? Sorry guys. Number 9, provide possible explanations in your answer in question 8. Okay, so let's go. The first question says, sort your data according to gender and age. So here is my data. So I already sorted it. All I did was I first had all my females, and then I went, if I have all my females on top, I go and look, what is the youngest female there? It's 28 years old. And so forth. I continued with all my females. Remember, just if you write, you have to write the entire line to complete everything. So the easiest way to do it is you take your data set that they gave you and you draw a line through each person that you already added to your new data set. And remember, at the end, you still need 30 employees. Question 2 said you had to arrange it according to gender and now the annual salary. So again, we're going to keep it like it is, females and then males, but now we're just going to have in ascending order. In other words, 125, 125. So this one is going to move up. Then there's 126. So this is going to be number 3. Then that's number 4. And so forth, you're going to continue. So this was, do you see, I used 125, 125, 126. So if you get where the amounts are the same, like in this case, try and keep it again in your age difference as well, because then you're going to sort it accordingly and it's going to make sense when you have to use your data. Okay, so now I have my data and I sort it in the two different manners. Now we can continue and try something different with the data and answer the questions. So question 3 said, identify any outliners from your sorted data in 2. So what is an outliner? Just quick recap about that. An outliner, remember, it's something that's out of the ordinary in your data. So all your data is mostly the same, and then this one thing comes and it's different. So let's just quickly look at outliners, mainly about their annual salary. Let's see, 120, 100, 100, 100, 200, 300, still fine. Oh, wow, there's no outliner for my annual salary for the females. Let's check the males. 100, 100, 200, 200, 300. Whoa, now you jumping here to 500. Do you see these 3 are actually outliners? Why? Because all your information is about roughly the exact same, or it doesn't climb with that much. It's between 100 and 300. And then all of a sudden here, you get 500 and 600. Do you understand? Now this shows you that these 3 people get a lot more than the rest of the people. So that's your outline. So the outliners will be these 3 last members, because all the amounts are almost the same, but these 3 have more than 100 difference between them and the previous person. Question 4. What is the gender of the youngest and the oldest employee? So let's just quickly go and look. Here's our data. Our youngest employee, let's see, females. What is our youngest employee? We have a 25-year-old, and that looks like the youngest. So our youngest employee is the 25-year-old male. What's our oldest employee? Let's go and see again. Here we have a 52. Oh, there's a 61, a 62. So 62, the female of 62 is our oldest employee. So our youngest employee is the 25-year-old male, and the oldest employee is the 62-year-old female. So let's see, what is our lowest and highest earning employee? Again, let's go and look at the sorted data. What is our lowest earning employee? Okay, remember now we split it between female and male, so you have to check for both sides. So the female, 125, 125, that's your lowest. And here's another 125 for your male. So those 3 are your lowest employees, or lowest paid employees. And then let's just see the female, 375. No, but wait. Here we have a 59-year-old male, and that receives 635. So our lowest paid employees will be those 3 that have 125,000 per year, and the highest paid will be 635 for the male. Okay, question 5. Calculate the mean, median, and range of the salaries for the males and females separately. Okay, so let's start. There's our data. What did I change about this? All I did was I added all my females underneath each other, so it's easier to calculate, and all my males is underneath each other, easier to calculate. Then I went and I added up 125 plus 125 plus 126 plus 128 plus 138 and so forth till I got an answer of 3,021. And again, I did it with the males, 125, 128, 137, 187. I added everything up until I got an answer of 5,021. Why did I do this? Remember, what's our first calculation we have to do is the mean. Do you remember what the formula was? The formula is the total for the whole group, so that amount, the total, divided by the number of people in the group, so divided by 14. So your mean for the females is 216. Next one is the mean for the males. So again, it's going to be the total divided by the number of employees. So 5,021 divided by 16, and that's going to give you a total of 314. Already you can see the females get paid less than the males because the center of the males is 314 and the center of the females is 216. Then next I ask you to calculate the median for the females. What's the median again? Median is the value exactly in the middle of your data. So let's just quickly see. We have 14 people, 14 females. So what will the value be exactly in the middle? It will be 7 and 8. So those two is your values exactly in the middle. So how do you calculate if you have two values? You say this one plus that one divided by 2. Remember, you have to first add it and then divide it. Otherwise, you're going to get a wrong answer. And your answer should be 145. The next one was the median for the males. So again, we have 16 people. What's the exact middle number? 8 and 9. So there's my 8 and 9. 287 plus 289 divided by 2, and that's going to give you a median of 288. I just quickly want to tell you or remind you guys again, they didn't ask you for your mode, but what is your mode again? Your mode is the value that is mostly common in your data set. So let's just quickly look if we can see the mode. For the females, it's 125, it's twice. 145 is twice. So in this case, it has two modes. For the females, 125 and 145. You write it like that as well. Mode equals 125 and 145. For the males, let's see. Do you see there's not one number that is repeated? That means your males don't have a mode. So just remember it. It's not a question in this case, but I just wanted to refresh your memory about that one. The next one said calculate the range. Okay, so what was the formula? The formula is your highest number minus your lowest number in your data set. So let's do the range for the females. So your highest number is 378 and your smallest number is 125. So you subtract the two and you get your range 253. Again, you do the exact same for the males. You take your highest number, 635, and you subtract your lowest number, 125, and you get your range of 510. Already you can see the females is, so range is quite, it's smaller than the males. The reason why, because the males, do you remember the males have those two outline or three outliners? That's why their range is so high. That's also why the mean and the median is so much different because of the outliners. Okay, let's quickly go to question 6. Study your results in 5 and write at least 3 comments in which you describe any trends, similarities, and differences between the salaries of the males, females, and employees. Okay, so all I did was I took my information in the previous slides and I just added it to a table so I can compare it easier. So my means, my females means is 216 and my males means is 314. What does that tell you? That tells you that the males overall gets paid more than your females. Your median is 145 where the males is 218. What does that tell you? It tells you that the males median means the value exactly in the middle. So overall, the median is quite smaller than the means. The reason why, because of the outliners. The median for the females is less. That means this indicates that a higher portion of females receive higher annual salaries. What I mean with this, if your mean is higher than your median, it means the higher part of the higher value is more than your smaller value. That's why your median is so much smaller than your means. It's because more females get paid more than where in the median the exact middle value is 145. The range for the males is higher than all the other indicators, which indicate there might be outliers. Okay, these are your three comments. You can play around with it and make your own comments. That's just the three basic ones that I saw. Okay, question 7 said, draw two scattered plots on the graph, one for the females, one for the males, which should plot each employee's age and annual salary. Okay, so again, now I have my information. First one is I'm going to do the females. What I want, I'm going to use the age and I'm going to use the annual salary. Again, where do I start? I start with the background of my graph. Remember your headings. And now I'm just going to make dots. Okay, so the first one is the age is 28 and your annual salary is 125. So here's my ages. Age we're going to do as a 28 and 125, so it should be around there somewhere. There we go. The next one, the age is 31 and again 125, so it should be somewhere. There we go. Why? Because there it's 31 years old and there will be 125. The next one is 126,000 and it's 36. So we're going to go 36 and it should be somewhere. There we go. There's your dot. The next one is 29 years old and 128. So now you're going to go backwards where it says 13, just before 30, and it's going to be a bit above the 125. There we go. Next one is 38 and 138. So 38 is going to be just above 40 and 138 is just going to be about, there we go. 38 and 140, so this is 38, so we're just going to go a bit up. There's your new dot. 37 and it's going to be 145, so 37, 145, there's your dot. 38 and 145, so there will be your dot. And this is you're going to continue just like this. You're going to add all your dots. So 46, 280, there we go. 52, 289. 37, 44 and 317. 51 and 325. 61 and 360 and 62 and 378. Can you already see there is a correlation? The older you get, the more you get paid. Do you see that? There's quite a good correlation between that. The older you get, the higher you get paid. The next part of this question said you had to draw one for the males as well. So there's my male information. Again, I have my background. Now I'm just going to start. 25-year-old and it has 125. So on this line, because I started here at 25 and I'm going to be right about there is my dot. 28 and 128, so it's going to be a bit further, 128. Now I'm going to continue this for all of my information. So it's going to be 42, 107, 137. 58, 187. 43, 245, 49, 248, 31, 284, 54, 287, 44, there we go, 44, oh sorry, I already have that one. 27 is 297, 33 is 329, 40 is 348, 32 is 398, 45 524, 57 560, and the last one is 59 or 630. Do you see you have the outliners there on top? All of them is grouped here on the bottom except for those three that's there on top. Do you already see that? Okay, so question 8 said, do your graph in 7 show any correlation between the age and the salary for the two genders? If yes, what type of correlation? And 9 said, provide possible explanations in your answer in question 8. So I just added my graph so we can see if there's any correlation. So there is definitely a correlation between the annual salary and the age for the females. The older you get, the more you get paid. So it's a direct correlation. If the age goes up, your annual salary goes up. Is there any correlation for the males? It doesn't look like there's any correlation. It's quite scattered all over the place. So in the males' situation, there will be no correlation. So the females do have a correlation. The older the females get, the more she will be paid. The males' ages doesn't matter overall. They receive the same amount of money. However, there is 3 outliners where these 3 individuals receive more than the rest. Possible reasons or explanation: the older you get, the more experience you have, and those 3 males might be managers of the company or in higher positions than the rest. That's why they might receive more money. Thank you very much.